Good morning, Dream Homes and Associates. How may I help you? Yes, of course. Absolutely. So, are you selling a property or are you buying? You're a first-time buyer? Wonderful. It's an exciting time, isn't it? Oh, bless you. Bless you. Yes, it can be quite stressful as well. Well, one of our goals is to ease at least some of that stress. So, if you have any questions, do ask. Okay. So let me get you registered on our system. Okay. So how did you hear about us? Word of mouth? Lovely. That's great. And can I have your first name and your last name, please? Can you spell that for me? Perfect. And will you be requiring finance for your purchase, or are you a cash buyer? Okay, wonderful. So do you have a mortgage in principle already agreed? You don't? Okay, so we do recommend that you have a mortgage in principle before you make your first offer. It just gives you a little bit more weight when you are viewing properties, and we do have a mortgage brokering service that we offer here, and we are a fee-free service as well. So that means that you don't pay for our advice, and if you do take out a mortgage with us, we will then get paid by the lender that you end up choosing. So it's actually a free service. Would you like me to set up a call with our mortgage broker for you? Yes, okay, lovely. Well, she's really lovely and she really knows her stuff. So you're in good hands. I can set you up with a call on Friday. How about that? Friday at 11 a.m. Perfect. Can I have your phone number, please? 59? Okay, lovely. There we go. Perfect. So in terms of what you're actually looking for, as you're a first-time buyer, do you have any preferences in terms of location? Any specific requirements for your property? Are you looking to be close to any schools of any sort? Okay. Public transport links, anything like that? Right. So, as you know, within this area we have some beautiful parks and areas of natural beauty. We also have the seafront, which is obviously a big draw, a big attraction. So, within walking distance, yeah, okay. Seafront, okay. Okay, and in terms of the size of property, are you looking for a house or are you looking for an apartment? What would you prefer? What would you like? You'd like a house, okay, lovely. And were you thinking detached, semi-detached, terraced housing? Terraced or mid-terraced. All right, lovely. Yes, well, semi-detached, we do have quite a few in the area. Detached are a little less easy to come by, and they tend to be a little bit further out, so not as close in terms of the seafront, and I would suggest having a car if you wanted the detached properties. Yes, the transport links aren't as close by. So that brings me nicely on to my next question. Do you require a driveway? Would you like a property with dedicated parking? You don't drive at the moment, okay. But perhaps parking for visitors. All right, lovely. Well, we have a couple of options where you can have off-road parking, and some properties where parking is a dedicated space specifically for your property. So I'll keep that in mind for you. Okay, no problem. And how many bedrooms? 3 bedrooms. Okay. 2 to 3 bedrooms? Okay, alright. So I'll put you down for 3 bedrooms for now. Okay, and if anything else were to come up where perhaps it was 4 bedrooms, still within your price range, would you still be interested, or is that a no, too big? You'd be interested. Alright, lovely. Okay. So in terms of the age of the property or the type of property, the style, that sort of thing, was there any preference that you had? Are you interested in period properties? Are you looking for a more modern property, a new build? Okay, period property, lovely. Well, we specialize in period properties in this area, and most of the houses that we have on our books tend to be from either the Victorian era through to the Edwardian properties. So lots of character, beautiful features, lovely feature fireplaces, gorgeous coving on the rooms and the data rails, all that kind of thing. Really beautiful, lovely. All right, so I'll make a note. We do have some Georgian properties. Yes, I'll make a note of that as well. So your Georgian properties tend to be the detached properties that are a little further out. We do have some within a terraced formation, and I'll just make a note on that you're interested. So if that comes up, then I'll email you as soon as they become available. All right. So Georgian as well. Okay. Lovely. Okay. Now, would you be interested in a garden space? You're looking for a garden? So with a garden, okay. Are you a keen gardener? Lovely. So we have a couple of properties on our books at the moment where the garden is a mature garden, so it's been landscaped beautifully and still has some room and some space to really make it your own. So good. Let me make a note of that. Yes, it's really nice to be able to plant whatever you want in your garden. So whether you want herbs or different flowers, that sort of thing. Okay, I'll make a little note of that, no problem. So a mature garden. Okay, lovely. Perfect. Okay. And so just a few questions about yourself and your living situation at the moment. Are you renting currently? Okay. And what's your current notice period? 1 month. All right, lovely. Okay. So when you have a conversation with our mortgage broker, obviously they will ask you more in-depth details about your finances and advise you further. Can I get an idea of your budget in terms of what range are you looking at? Okay. All right, lovely. Perfect. So that's just for my records, just to make a note here so that I send you the right properties. Okay. Okay. Lovely. And in terms of viewing, so have you been viewing any properties yet? Just online? Okay. So what we tend to do is we have our online presence, of course, but we also send out a priority newsletter to all of our subscribers. So as soon as new properties come into our listing, we will send out an email first before that property is then registered on the website. Okay, so would you like to join that list? Yes, all right, lovely. May I have your email address, please? Gmail.com. Lovely, got that. Okay, perfect. So that means you can expect to receive a newsletter type of email from us with new properties on a weekly basis. And then if anything comes up within your specific criteria, I will send that through to you personally myself. Okay? And then if you love it and you want to view it, then you just need to email me back, or you can phone in and I'll get a viewing booked in for you. Okay? Lovely. Perfect. Okay, so are there any other specific character features, anything that you would love for your dream home? A working fireplace, lovely. Okay, what about a wood burning stove? Would that be appropriate? Yeah. So we have both options available, and I'll send those over to you. Okay. So within the third bedroom, in quite a number of our character properties, the third bedroom does tend to be smaller than the other two double-sized bedrooms. And what a lot of our clients do these days is they utilize that third bedroom as a home office if they work from home most days of the week. So you could potentially look at doing that, or converting that room into a home office. Yeah, okay, lovely. So I'll just make a little note here, working from home. Most days, yeah? Yes, okay. And are you still commuting into the city? Occasionally. Okay. So close proximity to the station. You'd prefer walking distance? Yes, of course. So I'll just make a note. Perfect. Lovely. Okay. So anything else? Any other questions that you have for me? For now. Perfect. So our mortgage advisor will be in contact with you on Friday at 11 so that you have your mortgage in principle agreed. Okay. So a mortgage in principle doesn't guarantee that you will then have the actual mortgage approved, because that does depend on other lending criteria, which the mortgage broker will go through with you in detail. But it's a pretty good indication of how much you would be able to borrow in order to buy your dream home. Okay, and like I said at the beginning of our conversation, having that mortgage in principle agreed is a good idea to have before you start viewing properties, so that you're able to move swiftly ahead if you find a property that you love. Okay, so then you can move ahead with your first offer once you've had your viewings, and they're usually able to move forward in a smooth way, right, without any delays. Wonderful. Okay, so let me have a look. So, let me just have a look at what we have here. I think, if I remember rightly, that we had a lovely character cottage that has just come on the market. Let me see. Oh yes, okay. So it literally came on the market yesterday afternoon, so it's brand new. Hasn't been put onto the internet yet. It's a 3-bedroom Edwardian cottage in the village, so within walking distance to the bakery and to the public transport link. So you've got the train into the city within 7 minutes walk, and it's a 15-minute walk to the seafront. So we have character feature fireplace with a working wood burner, so that's already been fitted into the property. 3 bedrooms as mentioned, original wood flooring, so the original floorboards that have been treated, so that means you wouldn't have to do anything. Beautiful character there, yes. It has a garden with mature fruit trees. So I think, if I remember rightly from my notes, there's a mature apple tree. There's also a quince tree. And then obviously natural shrubbery and flowers, that sort of thing. Okay. The kitchen was recently refurbished in the last 2 years, so all working appliances have been built in. So everything is integrated from the dishwasher through to the refrigerator, the cooker. It's all integrated. So that means that is all included in the sale with the property. And obviously, if you have your own appliances, you're very welcome to change those, but they're already existing within the kitchen. And there is also a walk-in pantry, so that's a really lovely feature of these older period properties, and obviously great to have the extra storage. Okay, so this is the 3-bed cottage. Would you like me to arrange a viewing for you? Yes, okay. Let me just make a little note here and get you booked into view. So you'll actually be my first viewing on this property, this particular one. So let's see, what do we have? It's beautiful. It's a beautiful place. It's got a lovely feel about it, you know. And I personally believe that the property needs to feel right when you're viewing. Okay, so I can do tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow morning. Actually, I can do. What would you prefer? What's easiest for you? Tomorrow afternoon? Okay. How about 4:30? Perfect. So I've booked that in for you, and I'm just going to send that over to your email right now. Okay, perfect. That's been sent to you now, so you should have that in your inbox. Lovely. So let me just have a little look here at my list. Ah yes, so we have another property that's just come onto our books within the last week. So it's still very new. It's also got 3 bedrooms, and this is a Victorian property, so slightly older than the cottage. Okay, so it's Victorian era with oodles of character, absolutely gorgeous Victorian style, big windows, beautiful bay windows in the living room area. It also has a working fireplace, a beautiful cottage garden, so it's also a mature garden, and very close to the transport link, so within a 3-minute walk, so it's actually just around the corner from the station, and really very convenient for anyone who commutes into the city. If you're looking for period features, this one is perfect. I will say though that as it's an older property, it does need a little bit of TLC. So that's entirely up to you as to whether you would like to have a little bit of a project. There's nothing major, so I can give you the guarantee that you don't need to do any sort of rewiring of the house or any of these horror stories that you hear about old properties, but you may want to put your own stamp on it, and that may require a little bit of painting or perhaps some working on the flooring, that sort of thing, for these older properties. A bit of modernizing. Does that appeal? Yeah, a bit of renovation. Okay, lovely. Well, there's so many places and sites nowadays for inspiration. Okay. One of the, I think, most charming features of this particular house is it has a library. So it's a library that is attached to the living room. So you've got your living room with the fireplace, with the working fryer, and then through a little door you have a library, which is just so charming. Okay, so does that appeal? I thought so. Okay, lovely. Well, would you like me to book a viewing in for you with that one? Okay, so we have had a couple of viewings on that, but as it's a slightly older property, as I've mentioned, I think the clients who were viewing were looking for more of a new property, so something where they didn't have to do any renovation work Yeah, they were just looking to sort of move in. So if you're interested in this one, I'll get you set up for a viewing. Let me just have a little look and see what do we have available. Okay. So can you do Saturdays? Mornings or afternoons? Saturday morning. Okay. What about 11:30? Lovely. All right. So let me book you in for that one. Perfect. So I'll send that over to you on email now as well. And as I'm sending these emails through to you, I'm also sending the link to all the details in the description of the property. I'll send over the floor plan as well, and I'll send over the photographs that I've already taken so that you can really get a visual idea of what it looks like. Okay, lovely. Perfect. Okay, so that's gone through to you now. Do you have any other questions for me? Well, it's my pleasure. I'm so glad I was able to help. It's lovely to meet you, and I look forward to showing you the property shortly. Wonderful. Okay, well, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will speak to you soon. Yes, take good care now. All right, bye-bye.